Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to go on a walk down memory lane together. Not just to the old vanilla realms, no, this time we're actually going to go to the server that shall not be named, Nostalrius, the one that people are very afraid to talk about nowadays for fear of getting banned or getting blacklisted by Blizzard, and for good reason. I'm afraid of that myself. However, for the kind of video I'm doing today, I don't think I should get anyone's naughty books. I just want to talk about my guild from Nostalrius because I haven't seen the like of it before or since, and I think it's an idea that should probably be taken up when we get to Classic. Maybe I'm not going to be the one that leads this guild, but it's an intriguing idea and definitely made for an interesting culture on the server. There was a lot of interaction with this guild. So, without further ado, what was it? So, I remember when I was leveling my troll mage I was walking around Orgrimmar, I think leveling my enchanting and tailoring because I just didn't want to have the money to afford my mount, I think, and I saw the guild leader posting in trade chat about this WPvP guild where they were trying to basically colonize the Alliance lands. So they were going to be sending out max level characters to raid something like Red Ridge and Darkshore and Alberdine, all of these areas, and make it so that the Alliance characters couldn't level up in these areas, and then they'd bring Horde characters over to farm the NPCs and to grind out the mobs and basically take over the Alliance leveling areas and make them unable to play the game whilst protecting the Horde characters that went over their 2 level. And it's a bit of a strange idea, and that kind of colonization aspect of it never really properly worked, and the guild leader, from what I can remember, really tried his hardest, but it never really properly took off there. So what was the guild? What form did it take? Well, the primary guild, like the one on the top where the main guild leader was all full of level 60s. Now, I actually can't remember what this guild is called, and I've been racking my brains for months trying to remember what it was called. I don't remember the guild leader's name, I don't remember the main guild's name, although I did eventually, when I reached level cap, graduate into that guild. So you had this main guild full of all the level 60s that were doing the PvP, and then into that you had a bunch of feeder guilds that were named after Horde forces. So the first 2 that were made were named after the the PvP factions in vanilla. So you've got the Warsong Outriders, I think one of them was called, and the Frostwolf clan, that kind of thing, and the Defilers, something along those lines. But by the time I joined, those had all been filled up. And we're talking about a lot of players here now. So my guild was called the Hammerfell Legion, or Hammerfall Legion, the place in Arathi Highlands, and there was another one after that as well, which I can't remember. So there was a lot of players that were involved in these feeder guilds, and basically they'd be like a normal leveling guild, but all of these guilds were in a kind of cross-guild chat channel that they were all able to talk to each other and say, oh hey, I'm in Tanneris, please, someone's ganking me, someone come and help me, this kind of thing. So it was like a leveling guild with this, overseer mummy guild that will come and protect her cubs kind of thing. And when you finally reach the end of your leveling, you'd graduate into that top ranking guild and then be responsible for helping the lower level people in your faction. So I think that's the kind of interesting and worthwhile part of this guild to take along. I'd say we should set something up, maybe not myself, but someone in the community should take this and basically set up a guild where you've got a bunch of people that are committed to world PvP that have a bunch of sister guilds that can contact them and ask for protection, basically. A good Samaritan service for the leveling for both Alliance and Horde. And then they could maybe get these max level guilds to have, staged battles every now and then, and it'd be a fun thing, because this made a lot of world PvP action that you'd never see in the original vanilla servers, because there were proper attempts to colonize Red Ridge and all of that sort of thing, and massive wars that were happening, and they were trying to ferry, level 20 odd players that into zones where they were really at risk from ganking, and they were being protected by bodyguards of all sorts of high level players. It's an interesting concept, and I don't know if the colonization thing ever is really going to work properly, because it's not going to be very worthwhile in terms of XP. You're going to be grinding a bunch of mobs, there's going to be very few quests, but it was a novel idea, and I think it's just something I wanted to bring up because I've not heard anyone discuss it since, and I thought I'd make a video on it, discussing it and showing people in the community, oh, well, here's this idea, what do you all make of it? Because I gotta say, being in that guild, it was quite fun, knowing that there was always someone that would come and help you if you needed it. There was a big cadre of people that you were leveling and waiting to join, and actually when I reached level cap I stopped playing because I I mostly was playing it for the leveling experience, and a couple of weeks later Nostalrius was shut down anyway, so there you have it. But next time I reach a level cap, I do want to do some raiding, but yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think about this guild idea. It's just something I blurted off the top of my head here, but I've been wanting to share this story with you for a while because it was honestly some of the most fun I've ever had in WoW, participating in this huge, multi-guild conglomerate where, if you saw people in the other faction, or in the other guild, so say I was in the Hammerfall Legion, I'd see someone in the Warsong Outriders, you'd give them a wave and there'd be some kind of camaraderie there because you're all kind of within the main meta guild. It was really good fun. And then when you graduated into the main guild, you felt like a badass because then you were the level 60. You were the guy going and protecting all the lobies. So definitely worth sharing with the community because the guild leader that made this very well might be out there. He might see this video, and if so, thanks for all your hard work. I know that took a shitload of organizing. So hopefully one of you guys can take on this idea in Classic because I'd like to see it happen. Those kind of big pitched battles would be really good fun to see. And if both factions did this, they were both trying to colonize each other's leveling zones, I mean, it's just chaos, isn't it? That sounds like really good fun. So I know this video was kind of short and sweet, but it's just a small topic I wanted to cover and share with the community to basically get a discussion started. So please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. If you want to follow me on Twitch, the link is in the description below, as well as my Discord server, which you'd be very welcome to join. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.